Fred, defensively in that second half, it just seems like they got more up in the end and just created a physicality that maybe he couldn't handle all that well.
I think that there's a lot of truth to that. We give them credit. You know, we had what do we have 30 turnovers. Robert had 10. They're a good defensive team. They're a long defensive team. We didn't do a really good job of reacting to playing in a crowd. I give them credit on some pick and roll stuff that they did, and we just didn't move the ball. We didn't share the ball that well.
Do you see an extra burst of energy from Michael tonight? Could you just see it from him?
Sure. Just like we'd expect. We wish him well. He came in, had a hell of a game. We wish him well for the playoffs. It was good to see him.
When things get testy, are you okay with the way your guys handle themselves?
I am. I mean, you want always to grow that side of young players, but the physicality of it, you know, sometimes there's talk that goes on, provided there's no, you know, technicals and stupid plays. I don't mind it. It's like part of the sport to me.
Right, you've got a pretty steady rotation for Jeremy Grant now. How have you seen him grow in the last couple of weeks, given the greater playing time and I guess the familiarity with what is expected of him both offensively and defensively?
I think there's an inner belief that emerges when people go at him, because they do go at him, and he looks his age and plays his weight sometimes when he's going against those bigger four men. But I think that there's no back down in him, and what I see probably that's most impressive to me is there's an intellect and a leadership that you can see growing and emerging. You know, he comes in all quiet and kind of apologetic, and I fast forward when I first had him in September till now, and I see a little bit of arrogance from time to time, a little bit of swagger from time to time. The fact that he knows he's going to be a good player as he starts getting older and adds weight. I still get confused, is he a four-man or a three-man? I don't really even care. What I see is a young kid that's improved, and I feel like mentally he's improved as much as he has with his skill package.
He seems like in what you're doing here, he seems kind of like an X-factor guy where he doesn't necessarily have a slot, but he might be able to help you in 3 or 4 different roles, whether it's starting, coming off the bench, defending a certain guy a certain night. Is that where you see him going, or do you have a more defined role in mind?
No, I think the way you described it now is true, Marcus. I feel like when we fast forward him out, his role will become, his position will become clear. Right now he's a hybrid. He's a 3, he's a 4, he's a 4, he's a 3. He's guarded once, and I think that that's a compliment. If you were to make me guess, you know, you're going to see him playing at some 4 in 3 or 4 years as he starts putting on 20, 30 pounds, which his frame's going to support. Look at the width of his shoulders. Look at his arms. And with his first step and quickness, I think that he'll have an advantage there. Right now, we mix it up with him.
What have the Bucks done to get from where they were last year to this year that you hope to be the same in doing next year?
I think that I think first you got to give Jason credit. Let's start there. I think that their veteran players like Dudley and Bayless and O.J. Mayo and Pachulia and Ilyasova, those types of veteran players complement some of the young guys and the emergence of those young guys. I think that they've buttered their bread through defense, which, you know, we're trying to do here. I think the turnaround stems from those few things. Defense, Jason's done a good job. Those 5 veterans contribute, and I'm sure a good locker room voice. And I think that they can cause problems in the playoffs with their defensive length.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.